1970.
USD grabs leading tuna match Friday.
Who's that there?
This gentleman right here.
That's you?
Yeah.
25 years later.
Yeah.
Have you been back in
30
25
years later.
No, this is the first time.
30 years.
So how does it feel?
It's great. I'm surprised it hadn't changed that much, it doesn't seem. But, you know, I have talked to several people here, and just before I got here and went fishing, someone had hooked a tuna out here at 3 o'clock on Saturday afternoon and fought it all night, and it ended up off the church up here. I don't know if
St. Columba.
And it's, what, a couple miles or 3 or 4 miles up there? 3 miles. They fought the fish for 19 hours. And on Sunday morning, the people were coming to church, but nobody went in the church. The boat was right there, and they all stood along the shore watching him fight the fish, and he lost it.
So what brought you back this time?
The tourist department invited me back because of this effort to get young people involved, and so.
The tourist, and who do you work for?
I'm a writer for the Miami Herald in Florida.
All right.
I write about fishing, and I really go all over the world fishing. So they invited me back, and I leaped at the chance. So it's great.
The tuna fishery is coming back. In fact, it's been, we always dubbed ourselves as the tuna capital of the world, and going back about 25 years ago, we had people from all over the world coming here and chartering vessels, and it was a lot of money to a small community. And right now, it's use one of the terms of the fishermen, they're just slaying them out there, and it's been fantastic. The last couple of years have been coming back. This has been really the best year in many, many years. So hopefully, the cyclical nature of the industry is coming back to where it once was. And,
is that what you attribute it to? Is it cyclical, or is it the fish, the quota system? And
well, I think it has a large role to play in it. It's from a national perspective, and certainly an international perspective, the conservation of the stocks, and certainly the international pressure on countries that were overfishing and to sort of adhere to sort of a uniform policy is finally starting, I think, to kick in a little bit, and I think that we're seeing some of the rewards from that coming back. We're seeing tuna back in Prince Edward Island, where we've had them for many, many years, but then there was like a 5 to 10 year sort of hiatus where they weren't around, but they are certainly back, and I think that, as you've seen with the auction here, and certainly a lot of money in the hands of a lot of fishermen and a lot of spin-offs to the local community, so it's great. It's great to have it back.
So what are you doing, Matt?
I'm just grabbing some wild sounds that I'm going to need for voiceover, right?
Okay.
Great sound. What are you doing? Just trying to get all kinds of different action going on. But
You're working for the tourist?
I'm shooting for Mac.
For Mac, yeah.
It's a promotional type thing. I guess they've got 3 different entities for it.
Right.
Promotional.
They want to promote the tournament.
Promote the tuna tournament, yeah. And so we're just out here trying to get all kinds of action shots. See what we can get.
The way it works, the entry fee for this particular tournament was $3,500.
Okay.
And the prize is to have a Carolina skiff for the first fish that's caught. And they took out an insurance policy, the same as $1 million hole-in-one sort of thing, that if any angler takes in a fish in excess of 1,200 pounds, the insurance policy kicks in and they win a 4-wheel drive truck, a boat, and a trailer.
So turn on that sounder, it's more so for American bait. My tuna sounder I call it. Just looking for some bait to show up so we can throw some jigs over, see if we can get some mackerel.
Oh, okay, you want to try to get some mackerel first.
If we don't get any, we'll anchor up anyway and start chumming, and usually the mackerel will attract them to some chum. I don't think he has his volume turned up.
How far down? I would go right down to the bottom.
Do a lot of this kind of fishing?
No, actually this is the first time I've ever been out tuna fishing in this tuna challenge.
Is that right?
Yeah. Interesting, you learn an awful lot. A new appreciation for what they go through, that's for sure. It's long days out here.
And right now we're just trying to get some mackerel, I guess.
Just for live bait.
Look at that, you got 2. Holy!
There we go.
We'll stay here.
Oh! 2 of them bounced off on me.
Nice size, nice size.
Really nice size. Two of them.
Here's 2 more big fellas.
Okay, he's a bleeder, so we'll put him in the show. If they're bleeding at all and it gets into the water, they'll die. They won't last very long. They won't die right away, but the longevity isn't there.
This is our first year, but we think it's going to really take off, and it means an awful lot to the local businesses.
Apparently this area at one time, many years ago, I don't know how many, was a hotbed for tuna fishermen.
North Lake was always considered the tuna capital of the world. They were catching the biggest ones up here and catching quite a few, and they kind of vanished for a few years, but now they're back and hitting as heavy as ever, so I think it's going to come back.
Right here. And somebody just landed a fish. And as custom around here, everybody congratulates him.
Congratulations there, boys. Lucky strike.
One way to figure out how many boats are out here, you count how many congratulations the guy gets.
Guys, scale in. Congratulations. Congratulations, boys.
When the tuna first showed up in these waters, the local fishermen called them horse mackerel, because they do look a lot like the tuna and the mackerel look a lot alike. But just like a horse is such a big animal, they called it a horse mackerel.
How the hell did they ever land a fish like that?
They were getting caught up in the nets and stuff, and they were tearing holes in the nets. So at that time they were a nuisance. They'd take them in and they'd be dead in the net and they'd just bury them. They were no good for anything then. But and they finally started getting a price for them overseas. And
now we're starting to understand it too. I mean, I don't know if you're a sushi eater, are you?
no, not really.
Oh, I am, and I love this stuff. Oh,
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. This is the best.
Keep this fellow away from the tuna if we get them until we sell them, okay? You're not cutting a piece off eating them. You getting any? I mean mackerel, okay? Nice big mackerel with that net in there.
So when you're not doing this, you're lobstering.
Lobster, yeah, we lobster 2 months a year, and then we tuna fish. We were ground fishing earlier, and I do a bit of substitute until I went to university. And I have my teacher's license, I just don't use it. And there's guys that just swear they have to have some kind of trick, and you don't know what it is, and they're not going to tell you.
Yeah, there are some secrets, right?
I think so. Yeah, I don't know too many myself, but yeah, I think there has to be people using something a little different.
Tell me about the thrill of hooking on and landing. Not just hooking on, but landing.
You should be talking to that fellow there. He landed his first one this year, so it'll be fresh in his mind.
Matthew did?
Yeah.
Your first one?
Yeah.
Wow.
Which one do you think?
Just sitting here doing the same thing I am now. It's just me and Scott was reading the newspaper. And I think it was our second day out this year, so it was pretty good that way. It wasn't too bored, but sitting here and just jumping and stuff. And all of a sudden you hear the reel peeling, like there's a sound off the reel when you hook up. You can hear the line cracking and stuff. And it's just such a shock. I didn't know what to do. Dropped all my stuff and ran over to the rail. And Scott took the other 2 in and started the boat. And we had our fun day, I guess.
What did it feel like? What did the weight feel like at the end of the line?
Oh, it was unbelievable, I guess. It's just, you see the rod bending and...
No, we have fairly warm water here. A lot warmer than like Nova Scotia or something. You go there and swim in the Atlantic and you're 100 and... We were 103. Well, it's not showing. It's not going through the bait there right now, but we're about 103 feet, I guess. There's an awful lot of bait in the screen there. You want to get that, Matt?
Just 1 second. Andy?
Look at all that bait.
A lot there, isn't there?
Right?
Yeah.
Hello? You gotta be.
Yeah. The thicker stuff like the yellow and the red usually are herring because they pack together.
No problem.
I don't know, tighter. No. And the looser stuff up top would be mackerel. I've never seen this in a while. That's a good sign. There's probably a few tuna.
Can you actually see the tuna on the sounder?
Yeah, they look like, to be honest, they look like upside down bananas. They're kind of have a little yellow in them and red, and the shape of them, it's like a upside down banana. It's pretty cool.
Oh, really? So that's how you set it up, huh?
So that'd be a chunk, so the hook is pretty well hid there.
Yeah. Now, will that go down to the bottom?
I'm going to put a weight on it, and I'm going to set it down a ways.
But not on the bottom?
Not on the bottom. The codfish will eat it on the bottom. There's a fair bit of cod around too, so. And the perch. The perch will eat that, so we'll keep it off the bottom. The tuna, I guess they do go right to the bottom times too, but they're generally off the bottom a little bit. Generally speaking.
Let's say somebody from Nantucket calls you up and says, I want to go fishing. I want to pay you for the day, your time and your boat. But if I catch the fish, I get to keep it.
Just the right deal there, Matt. They don't get to keep it.
It can't happen.
They can keep it if they pay me the value of it. The way the charters work around here is you pay so much a day for the charter, and if we catch a fish, if you catch a fish that day, you charter my boat and you catch a fish, you don't pay anything for the charter. Charter's free, because I take the fish and I sell the fish, so.
Do you let the person who chartered the boat, though, bring it in?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's his fish to fight.
How much would a charter like that cost?
The average, now this is probably $550 is probably what the average. Okay. They go up to $750. There was probably the odd person doing it for $4 around that, but $550, $600.
And that's all day?
Yeah. There's half-day charters too. You can do half-day charters.
Fair enough.
And we're not very far from shore, so if you want to do a half-day charter, it's not too bad. And that's not just if you want to come, you would pay that, let's say, and if you had 4 other guys who want to come with you, they can come too.
Right.
It doesn't cost them.
The whole
doesn't cost them any more.
Right. So the whole thing between $450 and $750.
Yeah, in that range.
Okay, good.
Yeah. 2 out of the 3 days.
What?
Still blooding.
Is that not good?
I don't know. It's the first one I ever got.
Is that right?
Yeah.
No, that's fine there.
For you?
For me, yeah.
Get another. He's going back out. Into the water, big fella. All right, take another one, Sarah. Take another one.
What's up? Will we stay there? Back a little bit, or are you okay?
What are they for?
996.
Oh my God! It's 900. We were thinking maybe 5.
We were thinking maybe 6 or 7.